From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Well, many of us along the coast got to see some nice clearing, and I think we're going to see some more afternoons like that over the next few days. But of course, that fog, the low clouds, will probably start to come in here tonight and into tomorrow morning. Now, we do have a cooling trend inland, and we're already noticing that. We noticed it today. We'll notice it really all week long with temperatures much cooler. In fact, I think we're going to be looking at below average highs for the rest of the week and even into this upcoming weekend, and no major heat waves are in the forecast. So we take a look at the smoke, and of course, this is something we're just going to continue to monitor every day. And you can see as we go into tomorrow morning, we're starting to see some smoke, especially off to our east, and maybe extreme northern Del Norte County for tomorrow morning. And then by the afternoon, it kind of spreads southward. So we'll probably notice more haze developing through the afternoon tomorrow, especially for the inland areas and into Del Norte County as well, not to mention parts of Trinity County, especially western Trinity County. So Weaverville, Hayfork, I think you may start to see some of that haze begin to kind of pick up a little bit. I don't think you're going to smell the smoke, but you'll probably notice a little bit more in the way of haze out there for tomorrow afternoon. All right, so here's what we have for tonight. Temperatures mid-50s inland, upper 50s here for the coast tonight. Of course, looking at those temperatures eventually reaching the low 60s for your daytime highs on the coast. And Tuesday for Trinity County, low to maybe some mid-90s in there. So it's getting a little bit warmer for tomorrow. We're kind of just seeing these temperatures going up and down. You'll see that on the trend here for Weaverville. See how the temperatures kind of go down, they start to kind of go back up again. Now we're going to keep our temperatures most likely below normal the rest of this week and not to mention this weekend. But I think by early next week, we'll start to see our temperatures increase. But as I mentioned earlier, no major heat waves are in the forecast and should stay below 100 degrees here for Weaverville and Trinity County in general. So the monsoon moisture down to our south, it's staying put. We've got some storms up to our north producing some rain over the Pacific Northwest. It's not even really bringing us much in the way of cloud cover either. We look at futurecasts here. Things are looking pretty promising for the coast. You can see as we go into tomorrow morning, there's some of that fog moving on in. And then by the afternoon, it looks like it kind of backs off again, much like what we saw today. Kind of backed off from the south and kind of worked its way up northward. Now, we take you into your Wednesday morning and still seeing some of that fog out there, but then it kind of clears out again for Wednesday afternoon. So we'll call it partly to mostly cloudy skies for the coast. Wave heights, unfortunately, look like they are going to increase as we take you into Tuesday afternoon. Nothing major, but you're going to notice that a little bit of an increase here in those wave heights. And your marine forecast for your Tuesday, winds from the north at 5 to 10 knots, your waves from the northwest at 5 feet at about 8 seconds, and no advisories are in the forecast. Now, what we're seeing here for tonight are temperatures, as I mentioned, low to mid-50s here, even some 40s for the higher elevations and mid-50s for the inland areas, low to mid-50s here for the coast, some of that fog developing overnight. But I think we'll see some clearing. We'll call it partly mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures low to mid-60s for the immediate coast. You don't have to head too far inland, and it does start to kind of increase with those temperatures. And that's your temperature outlook for the next 7 days. Hoopa, Weaverville, looking at temperatures kind of going up and down. Now, I think for Hoopa and the inland areas in general for Del Norte and Humboldt counties, will be in the upper 80s, low 90s on average, give or take, for the next 7 days. For Weaverville, I think you're most likely going to stay in the 90s, but, we're talking low to maybe some mid-90s in there. And, of course, for the coast, no big changes here. This is pretty much what we'd expect, partly to mostly cloudy skies, that morning fog, a little bit of clearing in the afternoon, especially for the next few days. Temperatures mainly, though, in the low 60s.